Welcome to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Owen Hayes. You're watching Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented to you by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Today is the 12th of November, it's Sunday. I'd like to go hunting today. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to try. But we're here to talk about a lot of different topics. But yeah, we're going to talk some duck hunting stuff, sure, like we always do. We're going to try to give you some insight on what you can do this upcoming week going forward. We're going to check in with Katie Suniga and find out what that weather is really going to do, what it's really going to be like, and what the rivers will do, which is more important than anything. And hopefully there'll be some opportunities for you to get out there and have some fun. Also, we're going to give you a couple reasons why you need to take some of those photos and send them in. We've got a few of them that we're going to be showing in just a little bit. So if you've been sending photos in the last week or two, just pay attention. Should be about that right time frame. Sometimes it takes a couple of weeks for them to get up. They all got to go in or be shown as they come in, as you can imagine. So we're going to have some of those for you in a little bit. In this upcoming segment in the field report, we will have river levels like I just briefly mentioned. We're going to have the reminder for the Procure giveaway that I forgot to do yesterday. That was all on me, Ryan, not on you. So we're going to make sure to get that information out there to you. If you have a question, comment, maybe a report that you'd like to get in, do it now. It's the Terra Firma hotline. It's right down here. Wow, I'm getting good at that. Right down here, 503-548-6777. We'd love to hear from you. Don't be shy with that. We were able to help some folks out yesterday. Looks like we got Richard coming in with a live report here in just a second we're going to take. So pay attention to that one if you'd like to jump in. Again, we'd like to hear from you. If you have a live report, again, like what Richard has here, you go to the front of the line. Although, Ryan, what would we do if we had 3 live reports? We just put them in based on what we want or timing? What would you do? Random at that point. Okay, I like that. All right, so feel free to call us up. We'd love to talk to you. Special guest in studio. Now, I've had one of them in my studio before at our previous location, but I haven't had both, right? I've got Tony and Nick Amato here in the studio from STS Magazine, Amato Publications, all the books, all the magazines that we've all loved for our entire, well, if you've been watching the show, I guarantee you've read STS Magazine at some point in time or one of their books, whatever it might be. And a lot of you have their subscription, right? We're going to talk about the magazine. We're going to talk about those subscriptions and how things have changed. It's 2023, people. And sometimes you just got to step right in. Welcome to 2023. It's going to be a change. Now, we're going to talk about that with them. I'm going to let them bring that up when we get them on the set here in just a little bit. But it'll be a great opportunity to check in with the guys, see how things have been, and maybe just talk a little bit of fishing at the same time. So if you are a fan of a legend here in the Northwest, STS Magazine, the original, there's been others that are out there. There's been knockoffs. There's been some that think they're just as good. But nothing is salmon, trout, steelheader. Just that simple. And we're going to show you how easy this is going to really be. I can promise you, there's some of you out there that have already messaged us, whining, right? There's no need to. I think it's going to be a lot like our licenses for Oregon, the digital licenses. People were kind of fighting it a little bit. Now everybody loves it. There's a reason for that, and I think this will be very, very similar. So we're going to talk with Nick and Tony in just a little bit about some changes and get you a deal on it as well, and maybe a reason why you might want to sign up, because you do get really cool gifts. Tony works hard on that, right? To make sure you get something useful and cool when you do so. Also, we're going to have the Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. Now, yesterday, we had Chris Bertopoulos here in the studio. We were talking about how he likes to go chase winter steelhead with his clients, and then, of course, how he likes to do it when he's fishing by himself or with friends, whatever it might be. One of them was how he was rigging, and at least I should say he was showing his bobber and bead rod. Okay, nothing rocket science here. It's bobber dogging. I've literally been doing that for 20 plus years. Yes, it's been around that long. But he had an interesting way to rig beads, soft beads. Nothing new there either, but there was certainly some questions, some folks that were, one, thinking that ain't gonna work, two, that if you did get bit that you're just gonna break them off, and three, how the heck do you do it? So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be our Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the Week. We're gonna talk about how Chris liked to rig with a loop knot a bobber, or excuse me, a bead rig, of course, underneath a bobber dogging setup. So it's actually very, very simple. It's not so scary, and we'll show you how you can actually do it very easily, and we're gonna actually use some of the B&R T-stops is what, how I would prefer to do it, and there are different ways to do it. We'll talk about that, again, in that Chevy Silverado Tech Tip of the week. So before we go to the phone lines, which is gonna be Richard from Kenmore, or I should say this, before we go to the photos, let's go to Richard from Kenmore. Richard, you got a live report from Green River? Okay.
Yeah, my buddy is on to a nice fish right now. I'm just about ready to net it, but throwing bobber and jigs at these Hulkamania fish here, these big ugly chums.
Okay, so you got to help me, man. I'm from Oregon, not the brightest bulb in the bunch, okay? Green River, where the heck is that, and what fish species are you guys targeting?
Targeting chum salmon. This is a northern river that flows into the Puyallup, which flows back into Puget Sound there.
Okay, gotcha.
Gets a pretty good, gets a really solid run of chum. We've released a couple of dark coho, but my buddy's just working this beautiful chum to the bank right here, right now. Just about ready to net it.
Aren't chum underrated, man? I honestly, they're one of my funnest fish to target. And honestly, let me say it this way. It's one of my funnest fish to catch. I generally don't target them, but when you can, man, they're fun. They can bite, they'll bite, and they fight really hard. Any size to the ones that you're catching up there on the Green River, Richard?
Yeah, this one in front of me is probably about 14 pounds, 13 pounds.
Oh, God, yes, that's perfect. You guys bank fishing? You in a boat? What are you doing?
A little bit early, but we got down to the spot that has a bench, so we're able to just rig up all of our stuff super easy. It's kind of a bank that's up off the river a little bit, so it's pretty easy for everybody to do.
Is it a popular fishery, Richard, or is it?
Yeah, I'm looking upriver here and see about 6 drift boats and 50 bankies, and I'm looking down and I see 3 drift boats and 100 bankies. So it's busy.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, that sounds busy to me. So how's the run at least up to this point? And if folks are watching up there in that neck of the woods, hi, if you're all the way up north like that, is it a relatively easy fishery, or is it something you got to have a lot of special stuff for?
No, I'm using like a foot-long leader and a jig and some shrimp, and just your basic your bobber setup, and it's pretty simple. I don't do a lot of river fishing, so I can't tell you the exact stuff, but put a bobber on, I think with 18-inch leader to a purple and pink jig with a slab of shrimp on it.
That sounds like a ton of fun, to be quite honest with you. Richard, thanks for calling and sharing the info. We appreciate it. Richard from Kenmore, everyone. We usually talk to him from the saltwater up there in the Puget Sound area, 9, 10 areas, whatever it might be. Richard, thanks, man. We appreciate that. That's exciting. You guys got some great opportunities up there, bud. Take care. Good luck to you, okay? All right, we're going to go ahead. Let's show you some of those photos that you've all been sending in. And who knows, we might even see a photo of a chum in here somewhere. Well, that ain't no chum. That's a lingcod. Oh, my God, that's delicious. Pricing, yeah, bringing home dinner. That's why you go out and chase those things. It's called chasing groceries, everyone. Bottom fishing off the Oregon coast, Washington coast, it's nothing but deliciousness. It's just that simple. Great photo, too, by the way. Congratulations, young man. Oh, look at that. Nice elk. Cheater, he's got a rifle. I'm kidding. Hunter, great photo. Great elk, too, by the way. That's a beautiful 5x5 raghorn. By the way, those are delicious, and you can't eat the horns, everyone. That's a great photo. Congratulations, Hunter. Nice elk. I'd love to hear the story. Oh, look at that. That's Big Dave. Larry's first, Wilson Nook. Mike, thanks for sending it in. Big Dave with the big old smile on his face. Yeah, that is a coastal fall Chinook for sure. And it's been interesting how things have been over there. I might get ahead. Oh, that's just wrong. Mitch and Lyle. This is from, looks like from Turner. Little brown box going on there. That's fine. That's the way it's been. I mean, dirty bags all the way around. What can you do? I mean, he does have some mallards, though. So I'm a little, a little jealous. I think out of the 70 some odd birds that I've already taken this year, only 6 or 8 have been mallards. But whatever, that's a great way to go. And that's what you do, everyone. You end up with a kayak that's the wrong color, rattle can it. You can sneak into some spots. Mitch, thanks for sending it in. Congratulations, looks like a good shoot. Holy moly, now there's a bowl. It's kind of hard to see that there, everyone. But I'm calling that definitely a 6x6. Look at the swords on that. Oh my goodness. That is a really nice elk. Congrats. Opening day, rod. Looks like a rifle hunt, of course. Nice bowl. Congratulations. Man, it's like I see these photos. I don't know about you guys, but I see these photos, my stomach starts to growl like every time. I'm not kidding when I say that. Deliciousness. Perfect, perfect meat. Perfect. Anyway, Rod, thanks for sending that in. It's easy to do. Download the Fox 12 app. Once you do that, you scroll down, you find Outdoor GPS. It'll tell you how and where to upload your photos and videos, and we show those off in the first segment of each one of our shows. So don't be shy. Everybody has some fun with it. And I love it when I run into folks that we've shown their photos of, no matter where I'm at, on the river or blind or somewhere else. You showed my photo. Everybody's so excited, and it's easy to do. So by all means, do so. All right, we're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, I've got Dwayne from Longview. He's got a question about sturgeon. So we'll see if we can help him with that. Then we'll line you up on what we can expect this upcoming week, weather-wise, and what the rivers may do in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We got more Outdoor GPS for you in just a couple minutes.